Hi, Christina. How you doing? Okay, I've got you queued up here, and I want to go through your work and make some comments and some suggestions. Um, a little stuffed up, sorry. So hopefully I can get through this. So I just want to mention that what you're doing is making perfect sense, and your writing the way you have this set up and the way you have it described makes really good sense. I think that we're perfectly on track here. So we'll go through this presentation, and then we'll start looking at how to organize things on the page and how to organize the page itself. So as we're learning, portfolio is not only about showing your work, but it's the way you show your work. Okay, so excuse me, I've got you lined up right over here. Okay, here you are, and you have your, well, first of all, let's go through this. We have this week, we have our week 3 work due, which is corporate identity, but not for you. So no corporate identity because you're digital design diploma, and then but you do have web, digital media, and publication design. Okay, so if we go over here, we look at web and digital media, you need a functioning website. A multi-window 3 pages must be your own functioning website. If you don't have an active website, I understand. You should have some work from some of your classes here at the Institute. So you're going to have to go through that and just take screenshots of the work, and we'll present the work like that. Okay, so I think that's the best way to move forward with that. And then you have your publication design, annual report, or a digital grid system, either of these. And then you have your section 5B, digital graphics design. But as we can see, that digital graphics design part 5B is due next week, week 4. So that's kind of weird the way they have it split up like that. So I didn't write that. So anyways, yeah, so publication design, web, digital media. So let's go to your presentation here, and you've got a lot of stuff here, and I just want you to know that, okay, here's your first business card page, and then you've got like 56 pages in this presentation, and the presentation just keeps repeating itself. See, there's your business card again. And then see, the whole presentation starts itself again. There it is again. So I don't know what happened there, but try to edit your posts, so that we don't have these giant file sizes. Okay. I will comment on this stuff, but there's some things I don't see. So anyways, I'll just comment on your work here so far of what I see. Okay, and then we'll go through the background pages. Okay, this is your graphic design card. Okay, this is your graphic designer's logo, Wings of Change graphic design. I suggest you don't do that. I suggest you create a student logo, a student design portfolio, as opposed to creating something that you want to take out and use. That's on you, and that's up to you to move forward on that sort of freelance type business setup after the class. Right now, I need to see your designers. Okay, and technically this is a designer's logo, but I want you to think about this. 99.9% of students use some sort of a logo, not this big Wings of Change graphic design. It's just like for me, mine is MM, and it's a Bauhaus typeface in a round, perfectly round circle, and that's my design logo. It's a letter, so it's very, very simple. It's the color so my color coordinates with the type and the color of the type in my design identity. So I'm thinking that it might be better for you to just design a logo. This way, moving forward, we can take this logo and we can use it in your actual portfolio. So in other words, every couple of pages in your portfolio, you're going to put that logo up somewhere on the top or somewhere, depending on how we set up your pages. just to remind the viewer of that they're still with Christine's work here, okay? This isn't going to be suitable for that because it's just going to be just too much. It's a mouthful, okay? And then, of course, we have the letterhead and the business envelope. So these are not in rate. They're not in proportion. In other words, that's not proportionately 8.5 by 11, and that's not proportionately a 9 by whatever a number 10 envelope is. So you'll have to look those up. You don't need this right here, and you really don't need to have any dummy text in there. I wouldn't do that. I think it's not, because if you're going to put dummy text in there, it has to be typeset perfectly, and so that's a whole nother set of typographic rules that we are going to be looking at. Okay, your logo keeps changing. Okay, here's your logo here. Okay, see how the little butterfly is just right above the W, but over here, look how this butterfly is all stretched. It's way up here. Okay, and then over here you have the logo with the address left aligned, but over here you have the logo with the address center aligned. Okay, so you have some inconsistencies there. Let's move forward. This is going to work just fine. It really looks like you have adjusted this. You have done something to the size of this piece, because I see a lot of the type that was originally not skewed is now skewed. So that's something to keep in mind. You don't ever want to change the size of anything without constraining its original proportions. Okay, that's really important. That looks good. That looks great. This piece looks great too. Okay, this piece, this has been stretched again. You can tell by the image and some of the things here. This is not the original size of this piece. And this back does not look like it's the same size as the front. So I would design the back also, Christine. And then that, we talked about that. So what I'm not seeing is this week's work of your web and digital media or your publication design. Forgive me if I'm not seeing it, but this is your printed publication design. Oh, I got it. Okay, here we are. We got it here. Okay, so there's your publication design. Okay, so we need the website. We need a website. So like I said, if you can get something, even screenshots. All right, let me take you over to a couple of different things. One of the assignments that was due this week is in conjunction with the publication design in the web digital media is the background pages. So you have to start working on your background pages. Let me show you an example. This was from a previous student, and this is her background page. This is her cover page, and then this is another concept. So in other words, she's starting to design the concept for the portfolio page. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you need to do. I know you have this, and this is great that you have these labeled, but we want to start working some design into the actual presentation. Let me show you an example, okay? This is the piece that I showed you in back in the Welcome to Week 3 video. So take a look at that if you haven't seen it. But I want to show you this piece here because it's the same student's portfolio, but this is the print version. And I just want to show you, or no, this is the one of, yeah, this is, well, regardless, I just want to show you this right here because this is how, like, okay, so let's take a look at this. Publication design, book cover, and then it gives the name of the book. And then here is the objective, the concept, the software, and the fonts used in this nice little table. So this is, it's set up pretty nicely. And I also want you to notice one other thing is that let me just open up the pages here. And I just want you to see that, okay, take a look at this right here. Okay, and take a look at these pages. Okay, this would be the screen version. And take a look at the pages. Okay, over here in just the page thumbnails, you can see how each page takes up the same area for the work and has the type in the same spot on every page. Okay, so keep that in mind moving forward. Other than that, I think you're doing great. And what I'd like you to do is work on, I need to see that website, by the way, or some screenshots. So please just show me your background pages that you're starting to work on your concept. And I'd like to see your web digital media and your publication just by themselves, so we can take a look at those closer moving forward. So in other words, I don't need all 66 pages or whatever we have here. Okay, thanks, Christina.